Hello everyone, this is Raj here. Welcome to the world of Salesforce. Today is the day 9 class where we are going to discuss about security features of the Salesforce. Right? So what are the security features we are going to discuss in today's class? What are the various security features offered by the Salesforce? How can we configure these security features inside the Salesforce? Right? So we are going to discuss complete overview of security and what are the licenses given by the Salesforce and how profiles are configured. What is the user management, right? And what are the roles inside the Salesforce? Let me note down here few points. So all these few points we are going to discuss. So the profiles, what are roles, user management, right? And OWD, very important feature, organization wide default. Right? So complete what are the OWD options available in the Salesforce, all these things we are going to discuss. And sharing settings, and how the record ownership can be transferred. That means transfer of the record, transfer a record ownership, right? So permission sets, okay? So all these are the points that we are going to discuss. What are the login IP ranges? What are the login hours? How we are going to grant access to the hierarchies? What are the password policies available in the Salesforce? So all these things we are going to discuss under this security features. It may not be completed in one session, so it may take 2 to 3 sessions. Okay. So this is the security features. Let's say first part one. Okay. So it is the most important feature as part of this configuration. See, security features. So let me explain you complete internal concept of the Salesforce. How security is. We know that Salesforce is providing the multi-tenant architecture, right? So for each and every customer, Salesforce is allocating some memory spaces, right? So each and every customer, Salesforce is allocating some memory spaces. Assume that, let me show you here. Assume that this is one server, Asia Pacific region, AP, let's say some server name, 16 server. 16th server, okay? Asia Pacific region, 16th server. So let's say here organization 1 is there and here organization 2 is there. Here the customer is, let's say customer 1 is using my product and here the customer 2 is here. So Salesforce is giving for this customer the organization ID as like this 00D starts with organization IDs always starts with 00D and remaining 15 characters. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And here also some ID it is providing 00D, some ID is there. Like this, more than 8,000 customers are sharing in a single server. Like this, we're having organization 2, organization 3, organization 4, and so on. So in a single server, 8,000 plus organizations are using in a single server, are sharing in a single server. Let's say we are having accounts, right? We are having accounts, contact. These are the some of the tables. Now tell me, there is for each and every organization in a single server, do accounts will be created separate table and contact will be created in separate table like this. Accounts will be in organization 1 in a separate, organization 2 accounts will be separate. No, not like that. No separate tables will be created. No separate tables will be created. All accounts, contact, whatever the standard objects are there, standard table are there. Across all Salesforce regions is having a common tables. Right? Throughout the organization, we are having a common table throughout the server, right? So that means 8,000 plus That means 8,000 plus organizations using single server, right? So all these are using the common tables. Now here the question is, right? Let's say account object is there. Let's say account object. Under this account object, so this is the table, right? So this is the table where I am having ID, name, rating, industry, like this. Let's say these are the few fields. Now here organization ID is there. Organization ID, right? Now, so under this, so let's say user one, and let's say, so customer one, customer two, customer three, right? Under these organizations, the user is common. Let's say the user is U1. For these three customers, the user is common customer. So the user is common. So now for the customer 3 and 4, let's say user 2. For these two, user 2 is common. Right? Like this, I'm having customer 5, user 3 is using. Now then, how can I maintain security? So these for example, under this organization, whatever the information storing by this business, so this information will be shared to this customer too, because user one, the same user is using two organizations, right? So now the information may get leaked. So from one organization to other organization, then how can I maintain security? Right? Let's say custom objects we have created. What about the custom objects? Custom objects are specific to that organization, right? And now I am saying about the standard objects, standard tables, right? So what about custom objects? Means custom objects are always having their organization specific security only, because I have created my custom objects in my personal org. How can you able to view this? So other organization cannot access this custom objects. So I'm no need to worry on this custom objects. Custom fields, custom objects, custom functionalities. So all these custom functionalities are specific to that organization. So no need to worry here, right? So then how can, see here, how can I able to maintain the security? So for each and organization, so user one will be provided with organization ID here 00D. So here also 00D starting with, here also 00D, right? Now let's say these three organizations user one is using, and here these two organizations user two is using. Still the security is not maintained, right? Then user ID coming into the picture. User ID. User ID. So which starts with 005. So for this organization, if this user is using, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 005, 3, 4, 2, 1, 005, 5, 6, 7, 8, 005, 8, 7, 6, 5. Like this, user ID will be given. So now whether the security is maintained or not. So for this organization ID, this particular user is logging in. Then he can able to view only this particular table, not the other organization table, not the other organization table, right? So in order to get these user IDs, in order to get this after logging into the Salesforce, the organization ID will be given, right? Then we need to understand. So what are the licenses are available in the Salesforce? So license is going to describe which feature the user is going to access in the organization. So license is going to describe which feature the user is going to access inside the organization, right? It is exposing some set of features to the user. This particular user having a which particular features he is going to access, right? Some set of features to be accessible by the user. Right, whenever any of the user wants to enter into my Salesforce account, he may be either a partner, he may be either a user, customer, employee, he may be anybody. If any of the user enter into my Salesforce organization, then the user should have licenses. right? Every user should have the license as a mandatory. So license is mandatory for every other user. So we are having Salesforce is providing some set of licenses here. Though I already in the starting classes I have shown to you Salesforce license. Salesforce license, which is nothing but a full license, or I can say it is a standard license as well. So in our developer org, that means free org, Salesforce is giving to you only two licenses. So like this, we are having platform license, charter free license. So like this, we are having number of licenses. Let me show you inside the org. Go here to the Salesforce, check for the company information. You can see here, all the licenses are available in the Salesforce. Come down, see here, Salesforce licenses, two licenses are there. License external apps login, Salesforce integration, Salesforce platform license, right? If you see here, total 25 licenses are there. So whatever the licenses you require for your organization, generally we are going to take Salesforce full licenses, and we are going to restrict by means of the profiles, by means of permission sets, by means of OWD. We are going to restrict the users to view the records. Okay, that I will explain you. So for example, in let's say in the Salesforce license, which is a full license. So both the standard functionalities and custom functionalities we can access here. Since it is a full license, so we can access both standard and the custom functionalities. Right? So let's say we have platform licenses is there. See here, platform license, Salesforce platform license is there. So it is purely concentrating on the custom functionalities, like example, custom application, custom objects, custom features, custom fields, along with a few standard objects of Salesforce, like account, whichever the main objects are there, account, contact, some documents, some task. So like this, a few standard objects and all the custom functionalities Salesforce is giving, providing access to you. So this is about Salesforce platform, right? Charter free license. Mainly it is used to access purely on charter only. That means communication, like messages, like people, if people having any some conversations with each other. So that access will be provided in the charter free license. Like all these licenses are available under this user licenses object. This is an one object known as user license. Right? Under this user license, we are having this, right? All the licenses are available in the Salesforce. Now, here I'm having one question here. Now I'm having one question. Okay. So it is a salesforce.com organization. And for this, let's say I'm having around 5 Salesforce licenses are given to me. 5 Salesforce licenses are given to me. So these 5 Salesforce license, let's say user one, for user one, I have given the first license. User two, I have given the second license. For user three, I have given the third license. User four, I have given the fourth license, and this is the fifth license. User five. Okay. This is the license one, license two, license three, license four, and license five. So 5 licenses I have given. All these licenses are Salesforce license. That means full licenses I have given. Right? All this users information will be stored under this user object. Right? Licenses will be stored under this user license object. Right? Now, my question is, let's say all these users will having the common licenses. That means both standard and custom functionalities will be visible to them. Right? Now, under my hospital management application, let's say user one is the manager, user two is the employee, right? User three is some other persons, right? User three, user four, user five, right? Whoever is the manager should have the complete license. The employees should have licenses. The employee should access the objects or records should be less than the user one. That means user one, the manager will have the complete licenses to him. That means he can able to view this user 2, user 3, user 4, user 5 objects and the records. But user 2 will not be able to view manager records. But I have given the Salesforce license. So which all these objects and records will be viewed to all these 5 users. That means user 1 records objects will be viewed to user 2, user 3, user 4, user 5. Right? All the users can be viewed within each other. There is no any restriction. Then how Salesforce security will work here? Then this profile concept coming into the picture. Then this profile part coming into the picture. Right? Let's say this user 1 and user 2 will have the common profile. This is the profile 1, where I am going to restrict, this is the profile 1 which I am providing to user 1 and user 2, right? Where I am going to restrict it to only for the, in order to view these 2 users, let's say both are managers. So these 2 users can be viewed both standard and custom functionalities or objects or fields, anything. Now, only this license user 3 and user 4. Now I'm going to provide profile 2, where these 2 people can only access standard functionalities. Right? Only these 2 people can access standard functionalities. Okay. Now user 5 is there. So I am providing one more profile 3. Right? Only he can access custom functionalities. Right? Even though we are having the full license. So user 1 and user 2, user 3, see here, this user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, user 5, all are having full licenses only. So they can access all the standard and custom functionalities. But I have restricted them in a single application, right? We are having a single business. So in a single business, we are having multiple people are there. Like we are having a hierarchies, right? So let's say CEO is there. Like we are having another financial CFO is there, or operating officer COO is there. So next one manager is there. Next technical lead is there. Next, let's say developers are there. So in a particular organization. So do everyone need full access? No. So how we are going to restrict them? So we are going to restrict by means of these profiles. Right? So this is the concept of license and profiles. So how we are going to give the profiles? So in our organization, we are having standard profiles and custom profiles as well. Standard profiles means the ready-made profiles given by the Salesforce. The ready-made profiles by default profiles. So let's see what are the default profiles available in the Salesforce. So in the setup, you are having profile, search for the profiles. See here. So under users object, under the users menu, we are having profiles. See here. So these are all the standard profiles given by the Salesforce. Right? See here, all these are total 41 profiles are there. Charter free users. So whatever the licenses. So based on the licenses, we can provide profile to them. Now I am using the Salesforce standard license only. Let's say what are the profile, let's standard profile is there. See here, Salesforce standard user or system administrator, which I have given. So for the system administrator, it is having a full license, full access for the system administrator. I can access both custom and the standard functionalities. Okay, let's suppose I'm having a standard user license. I'm having a standard user license. Open this standard user. See here, you are having all these objects and the licenses. So what are the standard page layouts is there? So which page layouts you want to access? Coming down, see here, field level security. What are the fields you want to view or you want to edit? Right? Standard field level securities. In the bottom, you are having custom also. So as of now, custom field level security, only doctor and employees are there. So you now go to the view. See here, only 5 are there. There is no any custom employee. I think the employee we have created. Come down. Under the field level security. employee, click on this view. See here. So only read access, edit access. So I am going to edit this. See. So only created by is having the read access and see last modified by and owner. That's it. So remaining fields he is not unable to read. That means unable to view and unable to edit. How this is going to work? Suppose let me show you here. Let me go to test user, right? Test user Dana I have created. Test user Dana. Go to the users. I will show you here how the profiles can be assigned to the users. So who is active here? System administrator and one more system administrator. SF testing is there. That's it. Okay. Now click on this particular user. Edit this. So previously he can able to view and edit all the standard and the custom objects inside the Salesforce, right? Because he is having a system administrator profile. Now I am going to change this profile to standard user. See, like this I am going to assign the profiles to the users. Now click on save button. That's it. Assigning a profile to the user is completed. So I have changed the profile to standard user. Now I want to check. Whether this particular user can access the employee. So whatever the licenses, the user permission is there. So for the standard user, only limited permissions are available. So how this is going to work? So I will show you here. So for every organization, so no need to, if in order to check for this particular user, whether the licenses, what are the licenses and how the user is having the access to the objects or the records. So no need to log in individually. So like going to the username and entering the password, right? No need to use like that. So here we are having one login button. But where is that login button? I'm unable to view this login button here. Right? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons only available for me. So I want to log in as this test user. I want to log in as this test user. So as a system administrator, I am the system administrator. I can do anything. So as a system administrator, I want to log in as this test user. And I want to check. So what are the permissions given to this particular user? What are the profile? So under the standard user, whether he can able to access this employee object records or not, employee object fields or not. Right? So under this, we are having, go to this, click on setup under setup homepage. So we are having security check for here under security menu. Right? This is a security menu. Under this, we are having login access policies. See here, login access policies. Click on this login access policies. Okay. Now see here. See, there is an option. Administrators can log in as any user. So previously it is not enabled. Now check this checkbox, click on save button. Administrators can log in as any user. Okay, now click on save button. That's it. Changes saved. So now go to your test user. There previously 5 buttons. Now see here. 6 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons. There is a one more button known as login. There is a one more button known as login. So now click on login. See here, logged in as a testing Salesforce. If you want to log out, yes, you can log out. Okay. So now let me go here for my employee object. Where is this? Whether, okay. See here, my first of all, my application itself is not visible. Why? Because whatever the application, whatever the object, whatever the fields I have created, I have given access to only the system administrator, not for the remaining profiles. While creating any objects, there is a one option every time it is showing for you. While creating a fields, while creating objects, while creating application, there is a one option giving to you. So which profiles this particular application object or fields should be visible. So I have selected every time system administrator only. right? So now see here, that is the reason we are unable to view the application itself, that is not visible. Hospital management application is not there here. You can see here, all these are some standard functionalities only. Where is my custom here? So because he is having a Salesforce license, this test user is having the Salesforce license. That means he can able to access both the standard and custom functionalities. But I have restricted him to access only few of the functionalities only. What are the custom functionality I have created, the hospital management application, it is not going to visible to him. Hope you understand how the profile works here. He is having the Salesforce license. He is having the Salesforce license only, right? He is having the Salesforce license, but I can able to restrict him by using profiles. Okay, so how to create profiles? Let me show you here. Log out as this testing user. Just logged out. What is my username? How to create profiles? Let me show you here. Check for the profiles. Okay, go to these profiles. See here. If you want to create a new profile, all these are some of the standard profiles, right? Now I want to create a new profile. See. So which existing profile you want to take? Right? Which existing profile? Let's say I'm going to take a standard user profile only, and I'm going to modify this. I'm going to take standard user profile only, but I'm going to modify this. So this is a custom standard, right? Custom standard. Okay. Now let me save this. See. Okay. So now let me go under my this employee object. First of all, application level, I want to give the access, right? So where is the application level, custom applications? Now I have seen application level. I want to view the access. This is a page layout. Come down, custom objects, custom application. Okay. See, hospital management, it is not having the access. Got it? Now click on edit button. Edit button. Okay. So where is the hospital management application? Standard objects. Go up. See, custom hospital management application, I am going to give the access, and as well as tabs also. So what are the tabs I want to view here? Default off is the doctors. So I'm going to give the on, and next. So objects, right? So tabs given, next object level. See, objects come down to custom. See, custom. So no access is there still now. So I'm going to give all access. Okay, let's say accept create access. Okay, I want to show you accept create access. I'm giving all access. So accept create access. Okay, now click on save button. Now click on save button. Okay, so let me log in as again this user testing Salesforce, right? So testing Salesforce. Click on edit. Click on edit. So I'm changing this profile to custom standard. See, custom standard profile. Okay, now click on save button. That's it. Now log into this user. Now log into this user. Now check for my custom application. What is that? Hospital management application. See, previously it is not visible. So the same testing user only. Same testing user, previously I have given standard user license. So and now I have just modified some of the access to him. Just I have added some extra access to him. This hospital management application, just I have added to him. Right? See here, hospital management application. See here, doctors, patient, employees. He can able to view this. Okay, but there is no new button. So if you see here, there is no new button. Only the records which are available here. Only see, only those records he can able to view. That's it. Or he can able to edit. So if you want to change this, yes, he can able to change this. Right? But he cannot create the records inside this Salesforce. See here, doctors, no new button. Patients, no new button. Employees, no new button. Because I have restricted, I have given the access, but I have restricted him to not to create the records inside the Salesforce. This is the way how profile works here. Right? Even though he previously I have shown you two examples, right? So even though he is having a Salesforce license, that means both the standard and custom functionalities. So as a system administrator, he is having both the standard and custom functionalities. He can able to access all the records inside the Salesforce. So later I have changed the profile. So then this profile concept coming into the picture. So I have changed the system administrator to standard user, where he is not able to view, even though he is having a Salesforce license. I have restricted him the access. So he is unable to view custom functionalities which we have created. Like custom application, he is unable to view. Custom objects, he is not viewing. Custom fields, he is not able to view. Later, I have given some extra access by creating one profile, custom standard profile. So under this custom standard profile, I have given some extra access to him. So where he can able to view my custom application, right? But he cannot create under my custom objects like doctor, patient, employee. Under my custom objects, he cannot create any records inside the Salesforce. Okay. So this is for today. So tomorrow in the day 10 class, we are going to discuss the remaining part 2 features. So like OWD, right? Roles, permission sets. So all this we are going to discuss under day 10 class. Okay. Thank you. So keep following the channel for the latest updates. If you are having any doubts, so please mention in the comment section. I will respond you whenever you are having the any doubts, please mention in the comment section. Okay, so I will respond to that comments, or I can come to the live in the weekends. If there are having a few doubts or there, so I can come to the live and I will resolve all your doubts. Okay, then we can discuss. During the live session, we can discuss all this, all whatever the doubts you have mentioned in the comment section, that one by one, we can discuss in the live sessions in the weekends. Thank you guys.